Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are here for round 10 of our Formula 1 23 driver career mode. We are here in Budapest at the Hungaroring, looking to further our lead in this drivers championship. As it currently stands, we are obviously in P1, and I'm not sure what the exact number is, but we're just over 20 points in front of Theo Poucher and maybe 30-ish points in front of Felipe Dragovic. So it's kind of turned into a three-way battle for this drivers championship, as the rest of the drivers have, kind of fell out of contention, or within reason. Mathematically they might still have a chance, but realistically they don't. So it's a three-way battle for the championship. We also lead the constructors championship, but honestly that doesn't really matter. In F2 you're really just focused on getting into F1, and I'm not sure if there's even prize money at the end or anything along those lines. So again, it doesn't matter, but we are here for what is essentially our one and only lap in qualifying. You only get one set of tires in this 35% length for F2, so your first lap is going to be your one and only lap. After that, the tires are pretty much fried. So the second lap, if you're lucky, you might improve on the lap time, but not by too much. The first lap is where you're going to set the bar, and most of the time where the lap time is going to count at the end. We are obviously in P22. We are the last people out of the garage, I think. I usually am the last person out just because I like to pick up on some of the rubber that the other drivers have left on the track, but we are trying to get at least in the top 5 here. It'd be really nice. We got a green sector 1 and a purple sector 2. I don't know, it's purple on the track but green on the timer up top. That might be a bug in the game, so I'm hoping with that we can squeeze into the top 5. It's very hard to overtake on this track notoriously, so we need to start as close to the front as possible, and we are going to cross the line here. And it is going to be the fastest lap of the session in front of Amari Cordial by just about 0.3 of a second. So he might be able to improve on that on his second lap if he gets lucky. Maybe he made a big mistake on his first flyer, but we go out on the second flyer, and this is what I was mentioning earlier. The tires are pretty much fried at this point, so it's very hard to improve on the lap time. And on our second attempt here, we're going to cross the line 0.4 down on that previous flyer, but as Marc has just informed us, it is gonna be pole position. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting that, but we are in P1. Dejan Daruvula is down in P8, and Theo Poucher is in P6. So we've put ourselves in a pretty good spot for the sprint race, but we do have a wet sprint race, which I'm a little bit concerned about. I don't think it's going to go too well. I've notoriously been very bad in the wets, but we will see here. We got our 2 bonus points for getting pole position, so that will definitely help us out in the standings. But let's get into this sprint race. Hopefully we can minimize the damage that happens there, and then really put out a good performance in the feature race. Alright, it is time for the sprint race here at the Hungaroring in our driver career mode, and I think I said this in the last video, but expectations here super low. We did get the pole position, so I got a high expectation for the feature race, but the sprint race here, we're going to be starting at P10, and obviously, as you can see, we got very wet conditions, puddles all over the place, and visibility very low. I don't even think we're going to get a good start here. I'm predicting we're probably going to get overtaken by Lawson and Novalak at least to start this race. If we can get a point out of this, that would be great, but we do have 2 points covered because of the pole position, so I think our lead on Poucher will be just fine. I believe he is up ahead of us, if I'm not mistaken, that his teammate is way at the back. It's very hard to get these tires seated up just because it's so wet, so I can't really, push them or do aggressive turning to heat them up, and our brakes aren't even heated up either, as we just lock up going into the first corner in sector 3 here. But we are going to get on the grid here. We're going to see how much damage we can mitigate in this race, because it is definitely damage mitigation mode. We don't have too much of a window because we're in P10, so the second we get overtaken, we are out of the points, but not a big deal. It's only 1 point. All right, here we go for this wet condition sprint race. Let's see how our start is here. We got 5 red lights, and this race at the Hungaroring is underway, and we get off the line. I think we get off the line good. Oh, okay, let's go. Oh my god. Oh, why is everyone braking? Dragovic just slips through, and we get overtaken by a bunch of drivers. We're just gonna dive down the inside. A little bit of a lockup, but we actually jumped like 6 cars there, I think. And we are ahead of Theo Pouchere now. Yuri Vip's right in front of us. I'm just taking it nice and easy here. We don't want to make any big mistakes. We're going to try our best just to hold the position, especially at a track like Hungaroring. Parking the bus is relatively easy compared to other tracks on the calendar. Not as what we have been doing all season. Oh, another virtual safety car. Okay, we don't want to get a penalty here. Oh, wait, safety car has been deployed, so we now have an opportunity here to catch up to the front. It seems like Daruvula has gone for a little bit of a spin. Is he going to go into the pits for a new wing? Because my assumption here is that there's damage out on the track. If there is a safety car, because Awasa went for a spin, but there was no damage, it seems, so it's just a VSC. Yes, he's going into the pits. We're going to move up into P5. Okay, let's go. So we got to catch up to the safety car, which is going to take forever. And then after the safety car, I think we're going to have 2 laps left of racing. So Daruvula, our teammate, goes from P5 to P20. As I've been parking the bus here, so everyone is just behind me. It's just a Borg train at the moment. So we're all really close, and because Daruvula has now pitted, he is in dead last. We're going to have to catch up with a bunch, wait for Daruvula to catch up, and then we'll get racing here again. But hopefully that will happen before the race ends. Otherwise, the race might end under a safety car, which I don't think it will. I don't think that's even allowed in this game.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the time.
So the safety car is going in. Daruvula has been left in the dust back there. They're not even going to wait for him to catch up because we only got 2 laps left of racing here. If we can't overtake Vips going in the first corner, we're probably going to come in P5 still, but we're going to see what we could do. Maybe we can squeeze into P4, secure an extra few points for ourselves. We're going to prepare to resume racing here. And with this dirty air, can we get a good exit out of the final corner to try and go for a move? Let's see. As we get going here, not too bad. Williams is far behind. But let's see if we can keep up. I don't think so. We're going to try our best. Let's see, maybe just dive down the inside. Oh, look at that. We're drifting. Not really meant to do that, but we are now in front of Yuri Vips. A ballsy move. We almost lost it going into the corner, but we actually do move up another spot into P4. So starting from P10 in very wet conditions, we have moved up 6 spots in the sprint race. This has to be the sprint race of the season, I think. We have to finish, obviously. So up to this point, sprint race of the season. Dragovic up into P3, or not up into P3, he's been in P3, and I don't think we're going to keep up them for too long, even though I just said that about Yuri Vips. I think the traffic here will allow me to catch up over these next 2 laps. Look at that, man, holy. Dragovic, I think he might be going for a move, nope. So we are heading on to the final lap, and we are just behind Dragovic, Fittipaldi. And I'm not sure who's leading the race, actually. I can't see. But we are going on to the final lap here, still in P4. Fittipaldi's looking to hold off Dragovic. Maybe an incident that will allow us to sneak in to the podium here at the sprint race. Let's see. We got Yuri Vips still behind us. I don't think he's going to pass us unless we have a massive lockup and just fly off the track. So we're not able to catch up here, but I will gladly take this P4 because I thought we were going to lose spots off the line, and we actually gained 6 throughout the entire race, and I don't think Theo Pouchere is even in the points. He seems to be way at the back there, So this is going to help us with our championship push massively as we head into the feature race with pole position. Let's go.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in. The full start, we don't want you to bog down.
So we got that pole position here for the feature race, and we have a big opportunity here. Big opportunity to run away with this championship if we can, you know, actually capitalize on this pole position and win the race. Theo Boucher, I think he is a few spots behind. Hopefully he does not catch up and pass the rest. He might be in P6. Otherwise, he is all the way down at the back of the grid. I forgot where he qualified. But tire wear, obviously. Big question as we get prepared for this feature race here. It has plagued us the entire season. Minus 1 or 2 races. And it's costing us quite a bit of points, honestly. So we're going to see if we can hold on to the end. I'm feeling pretty confident. Qualifying and the practice sessions were great. Tire wear was a little questionable, but based off our 1 lap pace, it's about 3/10 over Cordeal. If we can have a good start to this race before our tires start to drop off, then we should be looking good. We're also starting on the medium tires, and so are most other drivers. So our soft tires will, you know, last a little longer because the track will be more rubbered in. We got some clouds up in the sky as well, so I'm hoping that doesn't maybe have to, you know, go into pit and change tires. We're gonna see. It did say dry conditions for the race, but obviously things can change here. So let's get onto this grid. Let's see if we can run away with this drivers championship. And I think that can pretty much solidify our F1 seat with AlphaTauri next season. But we will see here as we get ready for this feature race. Alright, here we are for this feature race. Our chance to solidify our lead in the Drivers' Championship starts right now. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway here. And we're going to fly off the line once again. Dragovic going for the move on Cordeal as we head down into turn 1 here. Let's see if we can start running away with this. So Marc is calling us in now. We are still in P1, and we are somewhat increasing that gap on Felipe Dragovic. He did close in from that initial 8/10 gap that we had at the start of this race. But we are slowly but surely getting away from him. We're putting up some great laps. The tires still feel great, honestly. So tire wear not really an issue in this race thus far. We're going to be going on to the softs as well, and we're only going to be on the softs for a few laps. So hopefully we can hold this lead. I'm suspecting that some of the other drivers might try and go for an undercut attempt, which is pretty valid because they're probably just stuck in my dirty air. We are a little quicker, but they are still stuck in the dirty air, so maybe getting out into some clean air by trying to undercut will get them past. We're going to see here as we dive into the pit lane who is going to be joining us. It looks like the top 4 will be joining us. Boucher is a little bit further behind, but let's see. Yeah, Boucher is staying out, so he's going to try and gain some positions via an undercut. And hopefully we don't get caught up here. Please. Oh, we just had to be the first people in the pit lane. No! No. How many other people are going to get out in front of us here? Oh my gosh. No, look at that. Oh my gosh, how many drivers got out in front of us? We are down in P11 right now. We got Awasa and Cordeal, who might have also gotten, you know, overtaken in the pit lane. We are the first garage to be there once you get into the pit lane. So all these drivers just passed us because we couldn't get out. Oh my gosh, so we're gonna have to push here. And this is a blown opportunity, so Boucher going for that undercut might have been the decision. We probably should have stayed out another lap. Oh, that is some bad strategy there, man. I might kind of pin that one on Marc. He should have called us in later. We are right behind the Wassa. Alright, so our teammate is in the pits as well.
In the pits.
We get past them. Who else is going to the pits? Boucher, I see he's in the pits as well. So let's see where they come out. They're probably gonna come out way in front of us. We got held up so bad, man. Oh my god. Nawasa is staying out. No, we're not even in the points right now, man. Come on. So I see Poucher coming out. Daruvula, we are right in front of it. We are going to drop down to what is P5 after we overtake all the drivers in the pit. And we're going to have to push here. We got, what is it, 4 laps left to go here. If we can get past Poucher, I'd be happy with that. Cordeal, I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to if he is, in fact, in P1. Look at all that time we lost. Oh, that is horrible. Let's see, maybe we can go for a late dive bomb here. On Awasa, no, man. We're stuck behind him right now. We can't even get past him. Oh, and he's getting that DRS off of Poucher as well, so that's letting him defend me a little better. As we're now heading on to lap 11 in P5. We still got good points up on the board, but I'm just so upset from that strategy call, Mark.
Okay, mate, final lap.
Oh, we're on the final lap. What? Oh my gosh, no! I thought we had more time to try and get past the Wassa here. We're just stuck behind them. Riding team is dirty and the DRS does nothing in F2, man. Absolutely nothing. If this was F1 with that DRS, we would have been past them like 3 laps ago. But the DRS is just ineffective here, I find. But when the opponents have DRS, I don't know. They're like a rocket ship. Maybe it's just our setup is too draggy or something like that. But we are right here on Awasa's gearbox. And there's just not enough room on the track to go too wide, essentially anywhere besides the main straight. And we are just following them, trying to see if people slip up in these final corners here. Yeah, I'm blaming Mark for this. Mark just causes us a race win here. And this is going to be our opportunity to overtake Awasa to get P4 on the final corners here. We're going wheel to wheel through this little parabolica turn. And we're going to get into P4, but it's not a P1. Mark causes us a P1. We're able to salvage a P4 out of what I would call just pure bad strategy.
Okay,
Oh, come on, Mark. Come on. Just the absolute blown opportunity by the team. He calls us in the pit and we had to wait at least 5 seconds to get back out. We were able to salvage P4 on just the last lap by overtaking Awasa. That would give us an extra 2 points. But overall, I'd say the weekend was pretty good. It should have been a race win. We got 5 points in the sprint race and then 2 for the pole position. And that is going to further our lead in this Drivers' Championship by just 4 points because Theo Poucher scores 15 points on the weekend. So we are now 29 points ahead of Theo Poucher, and actually I lied, Felipe Dragovic is closing in. He is 20 points behind us now because he won the race. Oh, Mark, no, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I should have read that too. I probably should have double check this strategy call. I always forget where we are in the garage or in the pit lane. If we were at the back like we are in my team, it would have been fine, but in this driver career mode we're right at the front, so we have to wait for everyone coming in to get out, which is horrible. So we got 3 races left on this calendar before we head into our rookie F1 season, and it's gonna come down to the wire here as Felipe Dragovic is 20 points back. Theo Poucher is 29 points back, but he has not had the best of races in the last few. He didn't score any points in the sprint race. He did salvage quite a few points. He did better than us, but not on raw pace. I think it was just another blown opportunity too, because our tire wear was fine that race. The tires felt great throughout the entire race. We lost grip towards the end of the stint, but nothing too drastic like we've had in the majority of races this season. And I don't know if that's just me or if it's the track. If it's a track, we might be in trouble once again come the final few races here this season. But we got the Belgium Grand Prix up next, and I can't even see here what the next races are or what the standings are. It just doesn't let me really leave this menu. There's no options to see that, so I don't really know what the last 3 races are for the calendar. It's probably what the actual schedule was in the F2 season. But if you guys are looking forward to the final few races of this driver career mode season 1, I guess F2 edition, be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next videos come out, because it's going to be a spicy few races here in the battle for P1 with Felipe Dragovic after what essentially is a team choke in this last Grand Prix. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.